Imperfectly perfect, imperfectly perfect. Imperfectly perfect, imperfect, imperfectly, imperfectly perfect, imperfectly perfect couple. Oh yeah.
Welcome back to the Perfectly Perfect Couple podcast.
What up, though?
Married edition. Because love did not start or stop with I do. And I'm Candy.
And I'm Tank. Somebody been practicing something. Because I don't know.
He here, he know. He know what's up.
All right, tell me what I know. What up?
So I wanted to jump right into it and talk about this marriage because everybody has been asking, I know, and stopping you and stopping me and asking, hey, how is it? How's married life? What's going on? What's different? What's new? What's old? What's borrowed? What's blue?
That first week, you was busting it all open. That first week, and I'm talking about the Grand Canyon bust open.
What?
You know it.
Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
The first of all, the Grand Canyon is dry. Okay, I'm an ocean. I'm a shark.
Oh.
That's what I am. I'm not a Grand Canyon.
Well, to me, in my opinion, being married for a month now, even though that we've been together for 20 years.
20.
Being married for a month now, you still gonna have bills. You still gonna have to figure stuff out. Ain't nothing gonna change. Ain't nothing no different. So
That's for sure.
it's still the same. You know what I'm saying? We just made it official. That's all.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I can say, going all the way back, and I think that probably started. Well, no, I think that probably started like when you start, like, I think when you put the thing up saying that you had found a dress and you had put it on TikTok, on our TikTok page. Mm-hmm. And there's some people that we've never met that was like, hey, I thought that y'all were already married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's like one of the most common things that I could say that I then heard people say and then received a lot of, you know what I'm saying? And even the people that did know us, you know what I'm saying? Because there was a few people that we reached out to, you know what I'm saying, that we actually had conversations with, and that would be like one of the first few things that they would say, like, I thought that y'all was already married.
Yeah. I got that a lot too. Like just saying it. For me, I don't feel nothing has really changed except, like making it official and putting together everything, like just making everything just one official unit besides, changing my last name. That's going to be the difference, like writing a whole different last name when I've been used to writing one last name for all of my life, basically. So
Okay.
But I think that's it. But I don't feel any different. I feel like everything has been just us. It's been us.
And our children.
And our children.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
it.
Last 20 years, Well, I think the one thing that I'm waiting to see how this Captain Planet ring actually works. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the power to say, I'm playing with you. But
I'm ready to put his Captain Planet ring to work.
Hey.
Because I've been trying to see what the husbandly do. Today, I was surprised. The husband was doing a lot of stuff today. And the first thing he said is because he don't want to hear me complain. Husband cut the grass.
I always cut the grass.
Yeah. But.
Okay, what?
Husband cooked.
I will. It's in the past. I can honestly say, I know that I have slacked off when it comes to the whole cooking scenario. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was a couple of things. For me, because like when I was in my mode of like cooking the most, it seemed like it was like a variety of what we were cooking. It just seemed like over the years, food just got like, I don't know. What we gonna do?
I think it was because the oldest two were younger too. And I think
Maybe.
I think because they were like on that schedule that you were
Yeah,
like feeling more like crunch time. Like I got to get this done because
that could, yeah, because
Gabe got to be in the bed at a certain time.
Yeah.
You was on midnights.
Yeah.
I was at work and at school like the whole day most days.
So it's not like I don't have the capabilities of running the ship. Let's get that clear.
I just want to see more of it.
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's only what? Mondays, Mondays, Thursdays, and then potentially a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I say about potentially a Sunday, because I'll probably do like breakfast on a Sunday. What? No, I'm saying that's what I would want to do more of.
Okay.
That's what I would want to do more
I was
of.
just making
that.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's that.
Okay. So you gonna commit? You gonna say Mondays and Thursdays is your day and Sundays?
Oh, I don't care.
For real? You know
go.
how you get Sunday mornings though. Sunday mornings no, I want you to make me some grits.
But you got to think. But I did get up the last Sunday and I made it happen.
Oh, it was pulling teeth.
No, it wasn't.
Y'all should have seen it. It
It
was
wasn't.
crazy. I was like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry too. And I'm like, you should make some breakfast.
And I did.
And you did.
And I
but it wasn't the thing to where you were like, all right, I'm gonna get up and make, but it was
But
like,
I made it happen.
and then he was like, now you get in here and serve all this food. That's what he said.
I did not say that. All right, let's get back to, maybe some of the planning or you could take it back to your birthday.
Yeah, so my birthday, everybody seen that. Like, the whole re-proposal again. And, I had already had, 2 prior engagement rings just over the years?
Yeah.
Probably three total. Just over the years that we had been together. And I didn't know what to expect for my birthday because I'm like, okay, what he trying to do? Because he's like, your birthday is coming up. We're going to do something. And then when we ended up at brunch, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? He had me feeling some type of way because I think it was everything that you were saying, like leading up to everything. So it was like, I was like on edge and I didn't know what to expect. But when I actually got there, I was like, oh, okay. Like, we just about to chill and brunch basically. So,
And I only had like literally a handful of people that even like her people Candy's people didn't even know. My people didn't. Nobody knew but like maybe 4 or 5 people knew. All of my bros knew what was up, you know what I'm saying? But this was like leading like maybe a few days before it was about to take place. Her best friend, I don't know if she want to actually be named, but
you're going to call her Pookie Butt. It's like, I'm just joking.
all right, well, that's who. She knew because, she probably was getting tired of me the whole entire time. Me calling and, hey, what should I do? This and that and so on and so forth. For some reason, I feel like we already told this story.
Yeah.
About the ring and all that stuff and how I was not actually planning on buying nothing that day.
I don't remember, but.
So, so fast forward, going back even a little bit farther, it was more so a thing to where got up a Sunday morning and I was actually going to the mall to look for some smell goods, some oils. I wear a lot of oils. Walked into one store, and and I always walk in the store because like the very first ring that she lost, she lost an engagement ring.
Yeah. I take that.
It was unique. You know what I'm saying? I still to this day, I still haven't seen one actually shaped like that. And MJ Diamonds was a plate. That's who made it. That's where I got it from. So I would, occasionally when I would go out to the mall, I would go on there, whatever the case, and just to see if they had something similar. So I walked through there once again, not intended on buying anything. And then I think I walked around a little bit more when I was about to leave, I walked back through there. This lady was like, one of the sales ladies, she like, what you looking for? Because I went looking again to see if I see anything in there that resembled the very, very first ring that I got her. So didn't see anything. And she was like, I got something for you. And I'm like, nah. She was like, trust me, I do. And she pulled out, I think she pulled out like 2 rings. And when she pulled out the first one, I'm like, yeah, that's nice. And she was like, I can give you even a better price because I know I've seen you here before. I was like, well, yeah, I've been here a few times. You know, I got some stuff from y'all. So then that's when she, she said the price. And I'm like, what? For that ring? You serious? And I'm like, no, I shouldn't. So that's how that whole thing went. So when I left out of the mall that day, when I left out of there, I'm sitting in the parking lot, and I'm like, damn. Okay, am I going to go home? Am I going to give you this ring? Or what I'm going to do? Because keep in mind, it was still like maybe a little bit. It was probably like about a month and a half before your birthday. So I'm sitting in there. I'm like, okay, can I hold this? Can I really hold this down without even letting anything out, like slip or I'm going to really hide this at? Or, there's a whole lot of things going through my mind. So I took a picture of, I actually called the girl name that she said. I called Candace, actually. That's what I called. Called her, and she didn't answer. She called me back and was like, why you call me on social media? Why you just didn't call my phone? So from there, I'm like, I got something. I sent you something. Go look at it. And she was like, oh, you did good. No, you did great. That is beautiful. And her husband was in the car, and he like, yeah, that's good. So what you gonna do? And I'm like, I don't know. So then I wound up calling one of my coworkers. I called her, and she was like, nigga, what you doing? Like what? Oh, that's what we doing? We just going to buy stuff like that, right? I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna give it to her for her birthday. So that's how that whole thing came about for the birthday. And it was like little details in there, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to what exactly I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it, because at this point, the few people that I did tell, they were throwing ideas my way, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, because I had even got one suggestion. Well, you can get her 2 or 3 dresses, and the ones that she don't want, send them back, and this. And I'm like, nah, I don't think that's. I think that's overstepping as a man. Like at this point, you need to have your own input at this point. Like when it comes to how you want to look, good idea, but not for me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So then I know we had talked about, I think you had called me like some time later, whatever case. It was one time you was at work and we were talking, because keep in mind, throughout the 20 years we've been together,
it comes up every year.
We've talked about different scenarios, from the most elaborate wedding that we would have, to the smallest situation,
to the elopement,
to the destination joint. So we've talked about it all. So it wasn't a thing to where it was like, I'm like, no, this is what's gonna happen. No, I looked at it and was like, okay, this is what my pockets can afford. I know she said that this would be fine. This is what we're gonna do. But the one thing that I can say that we was at a little disagreement about, you know what it is?
What, 12 people?
The damn and the day of the week. If we did the way how we did it, it was the day of the week. And that was one of the things that we were talking about. And when we were talking about that, I'm like, you know what? Let me go and call these people. And I actually had them block your name at the chapel.
Did you?
Because the way how you would, it's like the kind of energy that, even though that you didn't know about anything, unless Candace said something, but the only way, it seemed like this year when it was being spoken about and when it was being brought up, it was more so a thing to where I kind of felt as if it was like you would have did you would have pulled the trigger. Like, well, we doing this. So that's what I kind of felt. You know what I'm saying? That's why
I was real close to calling like a couple times.
And that's the reason why, because I think when we were talking about,
because I called a banquet hall.
Yeah. That's what it was. You started calling around because I think you had called and told me about like what some banquet hall said. We already knew we was going to go to the chapel we wound up going to. And it was getting down to like that. You were saying like a Friday, and to me, I'm like, no, man, a Friday just seems so wrong. Like, I drive. That's my job. That's my 9 to 5. I drive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here, and I'm like, on a Friday, the way how the construction is, that location, that's going to be terrible for people commuting. That's what my argument was. It was going to be terrible on a Friday. If it's not a Saturday, pick that Sunday. At least on that Sunday, the commute would be 10 times better, which it was. We didn't have to deal with no traffic, even though that it was, construction or whatever the case, or stuff being blocked off. So, that's what our whole like disagreement was. So when I got off the phone with you after you wound up saying that, what you had, basically what you had found out, like what they would charge and all this type of stuff or whatever. But keep in mind, nothing was paid for. So I think like this might have been like a Monday. It had to be like a Monday. So like that Thursday when I got paid, I'm like, I'm going to pay for this damn hall. That's what I was like, I'm going to pay for this hall. That's what I'm going to do. And I think I was waiting for, because Gabe and them was still in school.
I think so, but I don't think they were they in school that day?
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
I think
it was like a half a day.
Oh, okay.
I was waiting for them. I was waiting for Gabe and Cassidy to come home. They were still in school. So that's how far back this go. You know what I'm saying? So when they finally came home, I was waiting for them to get home because your pops was dropping them off. Soon as when they came home, I got in the car because it was like rain, snowing that day. I went and paid for it. And then I took a picture of it. I think I sent it to Candace. I think I sent it to Marquise. I might even put it in the fellas group chat. You know what I'm saying? I might even put that in there. And that was pretty much it. Now, you got anything you want to say?
Nah, you go ahead. I'm listening.
So
I mean, because that's your side, that's your perspective. Because the whole time behind the scenes, I wasn't privy of anything.
you ain't know nothing.
I didn't know nothing. All that I knew is that Chris Brown tickets went on sale, and that I was thinking like he was gonna surprise me with some Chris Brown tickets.
And I'm like, listen, man, we done seen him last year. We can't do
And
it this year.
then Candace was telling me that too. Candace was like, I think how she like threw me off because she was like, how do you know that he not planning a wedding for y'all or something? And I'm like, Candace, DeWine planning a wedding? Real funny.
Man.
I was like, he's supposed to get these Chris Brown tickets.
I'm like, man, look, we went the previous year when he came here.
And that's what she said too. She was like, you went last year. And I was like, why not? Why we can't go next year? Well, this year.
Because at that point, she knew that I had the ring. She kind of knew what the plans was as far as like, well, for her birthday, I'm going to give her the ring. And then I'm also present the papers to the chapel and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I actually forgot about the Chris Brown tickets that day. I forgot about like when they went on sale that day, like the early purchase or whatever. I don't know what they call it.
Pre-sale.
Yeah, but the pre-sale. I totally forgot about it. Candace texted me after she got her tickets and was like, did you get the tickets? I'm at a stop. Like, what? She like, bro, how could you forget? You sent me the information for the pre-sale. How could you forget? I'm like, dog, like my mind that morning, I mean, like,
and I'm like,
I'm planning all this stuff, and you know what I'm saying? But
that was hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? I had to flex my muscle a little bit. I made it happen. I got him. So I was like, look, your mission from now on is to make her believe that I did not get these tickets, that, don't say nothing. Don't give her an inkling on anything. And I think, didn't I even tell you that I missed it?
Yeah.
Because I was like, man.
And they made up a flyer or some shit. Like they.
Oh, yeah. Dog. I forgot about that.
They made up this flyer.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Because the original show was August 8th, right? Mm-hmm. And then they went back and added an August 7th show, which was the Thursday before. But then these niggas sat up here and created this fake flyer, sent it to me about the pre-sale, and stopped, put his face on there and everything.
That it was like that they canceled the pre-sale. It was something that it was postponed.
Something
Yeah.
weird. And I'm like,
Forgot.
yeah, y'all
that
was
I
behind the
did that.
scenes moving.
I was thinking
too
fast.
sneaky.
I was just thinking super fast because I'm like, okay, she probably going. I mean, because if people don't already know, I mean, concerts, comedy shows. We enjoy the city. Just put it to you like that. We try to enjoy the city. You know what I'm saying? As much as we can. I mean, so that's kind of like been like our little thing. You know what I'm saying? So she knew that she probably was gonna get the tickets. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm
I
spoiled.
needed to throw her off as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Candace, this is what you got to do. And I think I sent it to you. And I think I sent it to Candace. Was like, you need to send this to her and be like, oh, something happened. I can't remember what it was. And
That was a mess.
just from there, you know what I'm saying? So now leading up to, you know, the days.
It was like I think it was another pre-sale date, and you had to get them whatever date that was on the flyer.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that we was going like a completely different time. Because I think you had even sent me something
like, "Don't
as
forget."
reminding. And I'm like, dog, I literally did forget. But anyways, so I wound up purchasing the tickets during the pre-sale actual date for the first show. I got those. So I'm like, okay, in my mind, I'm still trying to plan like, okay, am I going to actually give you all of this stuff? Like, what's going to be the order? You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to say, here, happy birthday. And yeah, by the way, I got the chapel. You know what I'm saying? So I was talking to Candace, and then I think it was a thing to where with one of the brunch places, it was like they didn't start until a certain time. And then it was really like a certain vibe, which, I mean, it happened the way how it was meant to happen. But I really would have wanted like a little bit of a different vibe, like, you know, like the hype brunch, you know what I'm saying, that you normally would see like on a Saturday and Sunday. Couldn't really get that because of the day of week it was. I mean, I technically could have waited, but I kind of felt as if it was like the moment would have been, it still would have been cool, but it's like all on your birthday. Like, to me, just the timing, you know, I'm really big on surprises and timing, and I don't know, it's in the moment, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang, Candace, I don't know what I'm gonna really do. And I don't know if I'm gonna just give her all of this, give her all of that. Leading up to it, right before, and actually even that day, at this point, I told you we was gonna go do something real small. I had contacted her mom, Kiera's mom, or Candy's mom. Candy's mom, told her like, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? Got something to do for Candy's birthday. And I ain't gonna be too long, be back, because I think the kids had a half a day that day or whatever. I was like, we'll probably be back before they get out of school. You know what I'm saying? Or before whoever. I don't know if it was Callie. I think it was Callie. I was like, we'll be back before they get out of school. And I was like, so, you know, can Kaylani come over? She was like, okay, yeah, sure. Moms didn't know. Pops didn't know. My mom didn't know. My sister didn't know. Nobody knew what was going on. So that actual day, dropped Kaylani off. We wound up, you know, getting dressed or whatever the case, headed to the spot, messed with her the entire time. I'm like, yeah, we going to see Maria. I called the people. She didn't know who I was talking.
Thinking I was going to a brothel. That's what he had me thinking that I was going.
I'm like, no, we going to see Maria. You know what I'm saying? She said,
and I'm like, who the fuck is Maria? Who is that?
I'm like,
and why are we going to? Why?
What did I say? I said something about
some crazy shit.
How would you? It was. I can't remember exactly what I said. That's why we should have did this podcast much sooner. But I can't remember what I said. But I know I was like, well, so if Maria if she come out in a thong or in some boy shorts, you gonna be okay? And you was just getting heated.
I was getting.
You was getting extremely heated.
I'm like, what?
So even, you know, I called them, like I called the place where we had brunch at. I wound up calling them like when we was maybe like minutes away around the corner. And I was asking where to park. And they told me where to park at. And, and at this point, she really don't know because it's like high rises, lofts, and all this type of stuff. She don't really know what's really going on. I'm just really just messing with her at this point. So when we walk in or whatever the case, they kind of knew that it was me. I don't know how they knew, but they knew that it was me and Candy, and did the eye contact. And they was like, "No, we got y'all right here," whatever the case. And I don't know if you want to take over.
Yeah, walking in, everybody was so smiley and stuff, and I'm like, oh, these people. Initially, I'm just thinking like, oh, these people was nice. You know what I'm saying? They just being real like morning and perky, like, how you doing, and all of that good stuff. And so from there, I kind of was thinking to myself like, why he keep getting up and going to the bathroom? Like he got. Oh, yeah, I was doing this. I think he was coming off of a water cleanse or something.
I was.
Something that you was doing. And so, like the morning of, like.
Listen like a mother. I said something like that. That's what I said.
We've been trying to, like, practice that. I remember that at that particular time, like, getting up, drinking water as soon as you get up to kind of get your system going.
That's part of my ritual anyway.
Well, it was something that I had newly started incorporating, like, first thing when I get up. Because I was kind of waiting until I asked you, too. I was like,
that water ain't got you?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, no. And so he got up the first time, went to the bathroom, and he recorded behind the scenes the whole time. Yeah. And then he got up the second time, and I'm like, man, he getting up. And by this time, my nerves had calmed down because I had ate. We had mimosas and all of that stuff. And so I had simmered, basically. And then the second time when he came back from the bathroom, he got around and looked at me. He was like, he got on his knees, and the whole time we mic'd up. And
I had gave the lady my phone
so she could start recording.
Yeah. When I walked out that second time, that's what I did. I gave her my phone.
Man.
So yeah, hold on, and then 1 second too. Yeah. So the way how I was able to get mics on, I was like, let's record some content because we haven't been recording. So that's how I was able to put microphones on us from when we dropped Kaylani off. So that was my plan on getting microphones on her.
And then I'm sitting up here thinking like, I'm mic'd up and all of this stuff, and he done came around the table and started off with, Kiera, you gave me 4 beautiful kids. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, what? And I'm so confused because in my mind, I'm like, we already engaged. Why he proposing again? That's what I was thinking because I'm like in shock at first. And then he take this box out and open it up. And it's like the boxes that you see like in the movies and stuff. You got the light on the inside of it. And I looked at the ring and I'm like, are you serious right now? And I'm like, it just started just flowing. Just, are you serious? And so from there, it was just like, and then he ended up saying, like, he booked the chapel, he booked the venue. And I'm sitting up here like, are you serious? And then he like, yeah, I'm serious.
Yep.
And I'm like, it was just like, I was really, I'm getting emotional, but I was really taken back by it, like with the whole thing. That was like, it was really beautiful. It was really beautiful.
I tried to put thought. Candace can testify and tell you that. I tried to put thought into it, and then even leading up to that, and even a little bit, because even when it goes back to the Chris Brown tickets or whatever the case on pre-sale, she's like, all right, you just gotta just give them to her, just give her something. And then even after the fact, when you called her, whatever the case, she texted me like, okay, are you giving her the tickets? I was like, nope, she gotta wait because she just know that she got them. She gotta wait. Since she know that she got them, you gotta wait. What difference is it really gonna make at this point? If you know you got them, you gotta wait.
Hey.
And
I don't think even at that point that them tickets mattered at that point. I probably would have thought about it afterwards, like. But yeah. I really feel like with the wedding planning, that was not the hardest part. And because you had already booked the chapel, we had went to look at the banquet hall together. And I felt like that was the easy part, just trying to figure out where. My dress, initially I wanted to order online but being that I am a bustier woman, you know, I got nervous about like a lot of the different like reviews and stuff that I was seeing. And so I decided to do that like last minute, like let me go to the dress shop, etc., pick out whatever. So I would say getting that type of stuff on deck wasn't too hard. It was just a matter of like trying to figure out like where I was gonna get it from, where I was gonna get the shoes from, where I was gonna do for the girls and stuff. And so I felt like that part. But I also felt like it was just stressful. And I feel like it was so stressful to me because you had everybody's differing opinions that was kind of like spilling over into like the whole scenario.
So a lot of this I didn't know.
Like, but a lot of the stuff that you know what I'm saying, I was telling you as it was like unfolding and coming out and things of that sort. Like, it was just a crazy time. It was like, you know, you had people get mad at different things. Like, we came back off the cruise. We sent out invitations. And then people were mad because the invitations were saying, like, no children, no +1s. And I can count how many times on probably 1-2 of our hands, how many times we've attended weddings that they have specifically said, like, no children, no +1s, or if your name is significant, or if you're the person you're inviting with their husband's name, they're counting you guys as a couple. Like, all of this stuff was planned out to be a budget. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's per person, per plate.
Right.
And it wasn't a thing to where we were trying to offend anybody at that particular time. Like,
but people tried to offend us in the beginning.
Man, it
that
was just...
we wasn't gonna ever get to this point. I wasn't gonna ever do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I from the first apartment, I can't keep that shit. Well, you wasn't there to see it, so yo fucking bad.
And it was just crazy. It was just like, we had an RSVP deadline that we had, and people were not RSVPing or assuming that they could RSVP when they felt they were ready to RSVP.
Yeah, that's what it was.
A lot of that was, I was just like really pissed off by that, because it's like we had people filling up, and first of all, we had to take into consideration, like, I have a lot of family, you know what I'm saying? Like, DeWine has a lot of family. We had to consider our families first before we started adding on this person, or we had to make, you know, considerations for those that we know that we are talking to on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we ain't hearing from some people just throughout the year. And it wasn't a thing to where it was, oh, I'm about to be funny and not invite this person, and this person. I invited some people that I haven't seen or talked to, you know what I'm saying, in my family in years. And when we had to close off our deadline for the RSVPs because we were at capacity, and I sent out missed RSVP invitations basically saying, hey, we had to close it up due to capacity. Like, I was getting text messages and weird messages and just weird energy just from various different people, like, why you close this up? You need to re-invite this person because this person is valuable to the family and things of that sort. And it just got really messy, like, really fast. And I'm sitting up here, like, I have my set amount of people that I confide in with Tank as well. And I'm sitting up here like, am I crazy? Man. Or are these people crazy? Like, why are they trying to make everything that's going on, like, about them?
Because that's what people used to. And
it's like, oh, make the exception for this person. And it's like, this person, I may not have seen this person in years, but I'm supposed to make an exception for somebody that don't follow the rules,
Right.
that can possibly potentially be messy all of the time. And it's like, make exceptions for why. You know what I'm saying? And it's about me and it's about us.
Yeah.
And then people are mad, like, because we got our children and their children are going to be there. And it's
That's like
like
the most craziest shit I didn't.
I've seen weddings with no children,
Right.
period.
Right.
And the only children that were there were the ring bearer, if there were any junior bridesmaids, if the grandparents or whoever the village may have been, don't take them kids out of there by a certain time because the party may go all night. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so that was just really weird. Like it wasn't too expensive, but it was expensive enough for us to know, like, we're not gonna be wasting food on or plates on everybody's kid when they're charging us per head. That's in here. Like,
I don't even think it was that. It was just that's what the fuck we was doing, and that's what it was. It wasn't we wouldn't know. This is what we doing. It's either you coming or you ain't. Just that simple. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I kind of feel. And then like I know, like when I had started to basically get wind that all of this stuff was taking place, people questioning and asking why this, why that, and mind you, it was a thing of too on how you were able to see how many times people viewed whatever.
yeah.
When they
The
viewed the
invitations,
invitations.
how many times they looked at
You know what I'm
it.
saying? And you talking about multiple times. So now it's like, okay, so now you really want to play in my face and act dumb. You know what I'm saying? So so I know I had thought about this one thing to where I was like, you know, maybe this is part of the reason why, like, when you see that couple, that, you know, that bride and that groom, or that couple that's getting married, because it don't have to be man or woman, it could be whatever. Maybe when the tears started to flowing during the exchange of vows and all of that, that's because they're crying because of all of the bullshit that they done been put through to get to this point from people that they might have valued as being, you know, like, okay, you are important enough to be here, but it took so much of me trying not to, you know, go over the top, not to
Cuss everybody out.
exactly. There you go. Not to cuss
Because-
people out.
Because I felt like it was to the point to where at one point in my mind I was thinking to myself, like, well, maybe we shouldn't do this, maybe we should elope. I was really thinking that because I felt like it was just too many people's energy, too many people's like messiness, and it was like a whole bunch of like sabotage mixed in it. Like, you trying to ruin this for me? Like, why would you try to do something like that? Like, why are you, you know, mixing all of this stuff in and trying to make it about you, and it's not about you. And it was just, I just felt like it was just leading up to it. Like, I started getting like antsy, but still I was getting to the point to where I was appreciative that the day was approaching, because it was like I kind of wanted to get it. I wanted to enjoy the moment, but I wanted it to get it out of the way.
Out the way. Get it over.
You know what I'm saying? To get it
Yeah.
over with and be done with it, because it was just like, I felt like it was hell just trying to babysit everybody's emotions. And not only that, like, you got people coming to you like, what time is it again? The invitation is there. It's accessible to
Yeah.
where what day is it on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't put one thing that was like specific, which was dress code. And you know, when you got several people coming to you like, well, what am I supposed to wear? And it's like, you don't know what you're supposed to wear to a wedding. Like, why would you show up in anything less than like casual attire? Like, why would you short me and show up in anything less? And when I'm asked of it, I do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
when you ask me to show up for you, I show up for you. So it was just amazing to me. Like,
They bring out, you get to see people true colors.
yeah, it was
When
like,
it's your turn, that's how I kind of received it. I kind of looked at it like, now that it, I mean, not my turn,
Right.
but when it's your turn, because I look at like weddings is like the what is it like the spotlight of a wedding is for the woman, like you know,
Yeah.
the glitz, the glam, the dress, ring, you know, all of the other things that go along with that. That's for the woman. And you have some, in my opinion, you have some people that become uncomfortable when it's not about them. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of one of them things to where it's like, I kind of feel like it's one of them things to where they, you know, people become like irritated in a way, or like, you know, like them things that, like I said to you before, it's like one of them things to where you might think this shit in your mind, but you just let it stay there.
Right.
But then you have some people to where it's like, no, I'm gonna act this shit out. Well, fuck this person or fuck this, and they actually, their actions actually show that. You know what I'm saying? And I think like the major part of it all, I think that might have bothered some people was the thing of all of the things that, you know, the way how we've done it, from, you know, having children first, getting a place, getting a home, getting vehicles. You know what I'm saying? And people steady trying to impose during this whole time, push the thing of, are y'all really comfortable? Or you sure y'all ain't gonna get married? Well, y'all been together this long, y'all ain't gonna get married. No, we good. Trust me. We gon', you know, we got this. We gonna do it. Don't worry about it. I think it was a thing to where people actually had a chance to really see some, you know, you and myself really be content with our own timeline, because you have so many people, in my opinion, you have so many people that's in positions or that's in places or that have done things in their life and they're not comfortable with it. They only done those things for the reaction of others. You know what I'm saying? So that car, that outfit, that house, that move, or whatever the fuck it might be, it's a thing to where you did those things because you was looking for the reaction of others and the praise of others. And, you know, that's only short lived. So in a situation like to where typically when people see, you know, a couple that had children, did everything else except for marriage, and as long as we've done it, it's like, oh shit, they ain't gonna do that. So to circle back around, and as I call it, the celebration of the 20 years, you know what I'm saying? I think it was more so a thing to where it was like, fuck.
They really did it.
They was really, no, the way how they did it was, they really was okay with it. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I think that bothered some people's souls, man.
It
I
probably
really
did.
believe it.
And
you
I
know?
think it bothers some people's souls so much to the point to where we had people that RSVP and they didn't even show. And that was another thing too, to where I'm like, I've seen this all over social media. Like, should I be sending people like Cash Apps or Zelles to tell them, hey,
What the fuck happened?
you didn't show up. You owe me $50 because you were not there.
Hey.
So it's like, I don't know. It was just like weird. It was really.
I kind of look at it like, you know, you have a lot of people in situations that as long as we equal or appear to be equal, I fuck with you. But you get that one up over me, what appears to be the one up over me, then, you know, once again, that kind of bothers some people's spirits. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that I'm left to believe, because, I mean, just some of the things that like Candy said, what she experienced, I think it was, you know, it was an irritation of certain
Irritation
people.
nation.
It was an irritation of certain people. So, and I also think too, it put a lot of things in perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because the crazy thing about like right before like it really started getting hectic for you, one of my bros had called me. He was like, man, you know what? You just been on my mind. He was like, you know, you and your wife and your family, y'all just really been on my mind. And I'm like, what up, though, bro? And it's not it's not like an uncommon thing that, you know, with any of my bros that we will call each other just random, you know what I'm saying? We do that, you know what I'm saying? And we just speak what's on our mind. And he hit me up and he's like, bro, he was like, I just kind of feel, you know, what you about to do and what you about to experience, you and your family. He was like, man, I got a feeling like, yo, how do you put it? Something like with the moves that I'm about to make and the cutting people off or dealing with people a certain way is really about to come to the forefront because of the things that was getting ready to take place. And it was like literally maybe a week, if a week. I'm probably being generous by saying a week. That's when it was like a fucking tornado came
everything
through.
just started
Everything.
unfolding.
And I called him. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you was on when you called and said that, but you won't believe half of the stuff. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, to me, out of all of that, I mean, I think it just put certain things in perspective. But to see you happy, and I don't know which one outweighs seeing you happy or having our children be a part of it, and for them to actually see it and be a part of that, because I know that was something, especially like with our older children.
Yeah. That's one thing we always talked about.
You know, and they would ask that question. You know, that's something that I know that they would ask, like, well, when you gonna marry mommy? When she gonna get the last name? You know what I'm saying? So,
because Callie, I know at one point, all of our children, when they were smaller, before they grew up to know, they already assumed that we were married because you know the children would call me mommy and your last name. That's what they would say. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah.
But just, you know, seeing your face, seeing how pretty you were that day in your dress, you know what I'm saying?
Did you like the dress for real? You like that dress?
No, it was cool. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, everything was cool. I mean, just from...
You was dapper.
Just the way how everything was planned out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Candace.
Yes.
Like, when I say Candace... Man, it ain't even no words. That's all.
It ain't even no words. When I went to that dress store, I wasn't even expecting you to show up. Because
That's all I can say,
I didn't have no clue that I was going to show up there until I actually went.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I got flack behind the dress too. Because, you know, the people that are important in my life were upset that they weren't a part of the dress picking. But I just had a conversation and basically was like, you know, I did this on a humble. I did this on this type of time because I had so little time.
It was crunch time, yeah.
To get everything done. Yeah. And I had to do what I felt that moved best at first crunch. For us, you know. Yeah. And not only that, because, you know, we had to, initially it was just the girls and our son that was going to stand up in the wedding.
Yep.
And then those things got switched around and then got switched around again.
Yeah.
And so we had to do everything like crunch time. Like, we need to get this done. We don't have time to wait on nobody.
Yeah.
You know, and it was what it was at the end of the day. And it still ended up being beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
No, I agree. Everybody enjoyed themselves. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that attended.
And shout out to everybody that came and everybody that, you know, poured something into us, gave us gifts, anything monetary. Speaking of gifts.
Bro.
Dave.
Yes,
and
sir.
wife.
Yes, sir.
Yes. These are y'all glasses, part of their gift that they had got us. Very classy, very demure, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you ain't gonna break out the whatchamacallit set. I was thinking about putting that on here one day.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
We should.
Yeah.
But everybody that poured into us, we really appreciate all of y'all, from aunties, uncles, cousins,
Friends.
Friends.
Yeah.
Best friends, best men.
It was some friends. It was some, man. Cuz
Yeah.
showed out. Your friends showed out.
My friends.
Your two friends most definitely showed out.
Yes. Because that bachelorette party almost did not happen.
Man.
That was a whole mess in itself.
The hump day session.
The hump shirt.
I still gotta burn it.
The hump shirt. I'm keeping my hump
I gotta
shirt.
burn it. I gotta burn it. No. You know, like from my trip.
From
you
his
know,
trip, listen,
I mean,
he got
Cuz-
escorted out of the country.
Listen, well, Cuz
He-
did not play. He like
was in Colombia.
Cuz straight
Okay.
up say he straight up say, "Oh, they doing what?" He said, "Nah, fuck that. We going out the country." I say, "What?" I said, "Dog, I ain't got no money for that." He's like, "Money? What you mean money? Nigga, I got your plane ticket and I got you, dog. You good? You with me?" I'm like, whoa, whoa. And like for me, it's more so a thing, and we probably can pick that up from there. Because I know we probably about at an hour right now. But for me, it was more so a thing because I'm always an assist. I'm always assisting and helping people, which I know I've said that at some point out of these episodes that we've done. And for me to receive, and especially in a way like, no, I got you. When I say he had me, come on now. We walking in the streets of Colombia like, what up, though? We made it happen in Cartagena. You hear me? But that's another conversation. We're going to talk about that.
That's another story.
That's another conversation. Well, I mean, you know. So we are officially back. This is our introduction back.
Back. Okay.
The Imperfectly Perfect Couple.
Married
That's
edition.
married.
Married
Yeah.
edition. Clink, 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 clink.
All right. Well, here's to marriage.
Imperfectly perfect. Imperfectly perfect. Imperfectly perfect. Imperfect. Imperfect.